Hi, my name is David Barker and you're watching In the Mix. I am at the beautiful Crane Resort. Looking over the Atlantic Ocean is really beautiful down here. Today I am making the Snicker Bar. This is a simple, easy drink because I know I have a lot of people asking me, you gotta make it simple so we can make it at home. So this is something, once you got the ingredients, you can make it at home. You can buy any of the ingredients in the supermarkets and you can get the absolute vanilla that I'm using today, distributed by Mount Gay Distilleries and distributed in all local supermarkets. So I'm using my blender, and to my blender I have some ice cream mix. I'm going to add about 3 ounces of ice cream. And because the Snicker Bar has elements of chocolate, caramel and nuts, I am adding a little bit of chocolate syrup. I would say about ½ ounce of chocolate syrup, which I'm going to use a little further on for these decorations. I'm going to show you a fun way to do it. And some homemade caramel. Got this done from the chef at Tapas. Big up to the staff. Alright, and finally I'm using the absolute vanilla. This was created since 2003 and since its conception is just as popular as the vanilla itself. I'm adding 2 ounces of that to my mix, and this drink, as I would warn you, is for dessert. It's a dessert type drink, something to drink after. I mean, you can't drink 10 of these. It's something you drink just to relax. If you don't want a heavy dessert, you want a little alcohol instead of a special coffee. This is a nice thing to have. So I'm taking a piece of Snicker Bar. I got this one that was broken in 2, but I'm using 1/4 of that Snicker Bar because I'm going to use the rest of my garnish a little later on. I'm going to pop that inside. And to finish off this drink, you have to have ice. Island ice, the best ice. And get that in my blender. You got to make sure, depending on the type of ice you use, you have to make sure that you have enough that is going to be thick and creamy. Smooth also. All right, you get that blending, and I'm going to start with my glass. At the bottom, we're going to use some chocolate. Little technique I picked up along the way. I got a stick, and I'm just going to make some designs at the bottom of my glass. Because the drink has elements of caramel, I'm going to take my caramel and drizzle it around the edges. And you'll realize the caramel falls. All right, have my mixture here. I'm going to pour it over into my glass. And as I come up, you'll see how the different dimensions hit each other in the glass. All right. So with my aloe vera whipping cream, I'm going to top it all off. Then top that with a little bit of chocolate syrup. Some caramel. And of course, the piece de resistance, the Snicker Bar. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my Snicker Bar. My name is David Barker, changing the world one drink at a time, and you're watching In the Mix.
Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Look at the amazing display of the colors, colors. Colors, colors. Look at the amazing display of the colors, colors. Colors.